everybody, Josh Rugger here in the Weather Lab this morning. Wanted to give you a really quick update. I mean, this is going to be quick, 10 minutes at most, on just how much severe weather potential we're looking at this afternoon here in northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. I know right now we've got a complex of storms that are moving through. Really not a whole lot of severe weather with that. That's really what I expected. Did not expect anything much from this initial complex of storms, but watching those latest trends very closely because whatever happens this morning is going to play a big role in what we see this afternoon. And right now, we're seeing some pretty good rain here in northwest Arkansas and the River Valley right now. Take a look at High Heat and Cooling Mega Doppler. You can see those showers and a few rumbles of thunder pushing through the area. This complex has been on the weakening trend for a while now. If you've heard any thunder or seen any lightning, let me know because I certainly haven't heard it over Fayetteville. Now, it does look like there's a little bit of lightning going on just to the southwest of Fort Smith, maybe some heavier bands of showers or storms moving along the I-40 corridor. But again, just not a whole lot in terms of strong and severe storm development right now. And that's because we don't have a lot of low level moisture in place. You look at the dew points right now, upper 50s, lower 60s. Doesn't really feel like a severe weather day when you step outside. That could be a different story later on this afternoon. We're going to get some compressional warming. We've got additional outflow boundaries that are going to be developing, and those could kind of come together to form a higher risk in terms of that severe weather potential later on this afternoon. Is that going to come to fruition? I don't know. I'm starting to have a few doubts about that right now, looking at the latest data, but we'll get to all that right now here in the video forecast. Don't want to waste your time. I know a lot of you folks are either heading to work or at work right now. Just want to get a quick update. So let's go ahead and look at that latest severe weather risk right now. It really hasn't changed too much compared to what we've seen over the last couple of days. The greatest risk of severe weather still in that yellow shaded area. We take a closer look here. You can see level 2 out of 5 slight risk along and south of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel. Level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for pretty much the rest of northwest Arkansas, though you notice a little got shaved out a little bit in far northern Benton County as well as southwest Missouri. I think it's going to be very difficult to get severe weather north of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel this afternoon. The reason why is this moisture is going to try and surge in at the last second. Just don't know if it's going to reach northwest Arkansas in time for a whole lot of severe weather potential. Still going to see some stronger storms than what we're seeing this morning, but severe weather risk, a little bit shaky in NWA. Now, along the I-40 corridor, that's going to be a different story because we're going to have a little bit more instability to work with. I do think the rain is going to end a little bit quicker in these areas. And I also think the additional outflow boundaries that form are really going to be focused in the River Valley. So that's why you notice that the medium risk of large hail and damaging winds is, again, along and south of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel, but really it's more along the I-40 corridor. And still can't rule out a tornado too, but I'm telling you what, right now, I think the tornado risk is very low. And it's the reason is because surface-based instability is very much in question right now. So we're not going to rule out tornado potential in the River Valley. Still stay weather aware this afternoon, but it is a lower end tornado threat. And any tornadoes that do develop are going to be on the weaker end, I do think. So we'll watch those trends very closely. Never want to overlook a severe weather risk, especially in the month of May, because a lot of curveballs can be thrown our way this month. We've seen it in the past with systems that are similar to this one. If a storm rides the outflow boundary, it could tap into that low level, wind shear and instability. So we'll watch it very closely. But again, large hail and damaging winds are going to be the main concerns. In terms of timing, I do think the scattered showers and storms are going to develop between about 2 to 4 o'clock this afternoon, starting in northwest Arkansas along the cold front and then transitioning to the River Valley. Notice those storms are a little bit stronger in the River Valley, and I do buy that. I think that's what we're going to see as we move throughout the afternoon today. Notice here this model is showing temperatures hovering in the upper 70s to lower 80s in the River Valley, while in northwest Arkansas, we only get to the mid to upper 60s, lower 70s. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to that moisture, because if you're in the upper 60s to lower 70s, the dew points can really only get into the lower to middle 60s, while in the River Valley, we could be having dew points that are pushing near 70. So that's why we're going to have a little bit more instability to work with in the River Valley. You'll notice those storms continue as we move throughout the afternoon and evening. I do anticipate that we are going to see some stratiform rain on the backside of this low pressure system. It does look like the track of the system favors that. So don't be surprised once those initial storms move through along the cold front. We don't see some more rain as we go throughout the overnight hours tonight. I don't think it's going to be heavy. I don't think we're going to have any more severe weather after 8 o'clock. However, I do think we get a little bit more rain than what the models are showing here, just because that low pressure system is taking a favorable track for that stratiform rain. But the good news is, by the time we get to tomorrow morning, all of this is out of the area. We're going to see beautiful weather as we go throughout the weekend. And really, that's going to continue as we go into the early part of next week as well. So we got a lot of things to look forward to in the weather world. We just got to get through this initial complex of storms later on this afternoon first before we can enjoy all that wonderful weather. Here's the 24-hour forecast timeline if you want a more specific time frame. Again, those showers and storms are moving through right now. I did bump up those rain chances to about 70 to 90% as we go throughout the evening. Again, I think between 2 p.m. to about 8 o'clock, that's going to be the favorite time frame for shower and storm development in northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, and then taper off as we go throughout the overnight hours tonight. Again, this system is a typical springtime severe weather threat. Don't want to, completely undersell it, but right now with this rain that's moving through northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, it's just going to be very tough for a lot of surface-based instability to make it into NWA. So again, Josh, HRRR has been terrible. Did not do a good job with the morning complex of storms. I'm telling you what, right now, HRRR this morning had barely anything in northwest Arkansas. Because of that, it had temperatures in the middle 80s in the River Valley, upper 70s in northwest Arkansas. I'm like, that's not going to happen. And now you're starting to see it return to the mean again. Temperatures in the lower 70s to right around 80 degrees. It's not going to be a terrible severe weather risk. We're not expecting a widespread severe weather outbreak, but still make sure you're staying on your toes later on today just in case, because it is, like I said, the month of May after all, and we've got to watch this very closely. But again, after that, look at the weekend. Just absolutely beautiful. High temperatures in the lower and middle 70s, upper 70s to right around 80 degrees Monday and Tuesday. We'll have another disturbance that moves through Wednesday and Thursday. We'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm sure Zach will have more information coming up later on this afternoon to the evening in terms of the exact details with what's coming up in the middle part of next week. River Valley, same deal. High temperatures, upper 70s. It's right around 80 degrees as we go throughout the weekend. And then low to middle 80s. The good news is, as we go into the weekend and next week too, is that the mugginess is going to move out of the area. So that's something to look forward to. Now, I want to show one more thing here. This is why the storms are not severe this morning, by the way. I want to just show you the reason why the initial complex of storms this morning is not severe, and why we're going to see more severe weather potential later on this afternoon. Dew points. I mean, we don't have a lot of low-level moisture right now. Now, you can see it starting to surge back into the River Valley. We're going to see those dew points get into the upper 60s to right around 70 in the River Valley as we go throughout the afternoon hours today. But northwest Arkansas, I don't know. Let's look at some of the models and see what they have in terms of those dew points real quick. I know these are longer range models, so they're going to kind of be a little bit trashy, but I just want to see. So you can see how those yellows are making it south of the Bobby Harper Tunnel. And you still got those darker greens moving into northwest Arkansas, but remember the temperature is going to be around 68, 69, 70 degrees at this point. So that's really not that unstable of an atmosphere in northwest Arkansas. So again, we'll watch these storms very closely. We'll definitely not be caught off guard here in the Weather Lab. Zach's all over this. Everybody on the weather team's all over this right now. But again, it's just a typical springtime severe weather threat. So we'll show that SPC outlook one more time. If you got any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. But I just wanted to make this a quick weather live stream so you can get the latest timing and information. Then go about your day. So let's see. Bella Vista has some thunder. I saw that on Mega Doppler as well. Good news is, though, again, no severe weather right now with this system. Yeah, a little bit of false advertising. That's the only way I can get viewership. The thing is that during the morning hours, Roby, a lot of people are at work and school and things like that. So just wanted to give an update for those folks that needed it as we go throughout the afternoon. I'm sure that Dan will or Zach will be all over it later on today. Timing for Fort Smith again, Larry, if you just joined. Time frame this afternoon for the River Valley, maybe a little bit later than northwest Arkansas, between about, I would say, 3 to 5 o'clock is when things are really going to start ramping up. But then after that, we'll see additional shower and storm development throughout the evening before finally pushing out, I think, from about 7 to 9 o'clock. There will be some additional rain, I think, behind this system, Larry, but no severe weather after 8 o'clock. I think after 8 o'clock, we're going to be all clear in terms of severe weather. This system's going to be moving out pretty quickly. My dog, Chip and Riley, are sleeping on a rainy day. It certainly feels like one of those days, Nikita. Actually, a lot of the morning team, we're going to go watch Guardians of the Galaxy later on tonight. So probably the best afternoon and evening to just stay inside and chill a little bit. Is it allergy season for dogs, Daniel? I don't know much about allergies for dogs. I know it's allergy season for us humans. In fact, we're going to get an allergy update pretty soon. But let's look at the latest allergy report for you real quick here. I'm going to move myself off the screen here and get that to you because I'm interested to see if this mold spore growth continues because of how much rain we've seen over the last several weeks in Northwest Arkansas. A lot of times when you get a lot of rain, the mold spores really start to ramp up quite a bit. So let's see here. Stand by on that real quick. I'm going to try and pull that up. In the meantime, again, we'll show Mega Doppler here so that you can see what's going on. Again, just plain old regular rain at this time in Northwest Arkansas. Nothing really too significant at this time during the morning hours. That's what we expected. Didn't really think we were going to see much more than just plain old rain and showers and storms during the morning. This afternoon, though, that could be a different story. So we'll watch it very closely. Let's see here. Allergy report. Why can I not find that right now? Well, I can't find the allergy report right now, Larry. However, we'll have an update on that, or Daniel, sorry. We'll have an update on that later on this afternoon into the evening, I'm sure. Haley said 2 lines moving through. So, yep, round number 1's moving in right now. Round number 2 is coming in later on tonight, or later on this afternoon into tonight. So, we'll show that future track model one more time for you here if you just joined, Haley. So, again, the second round of storms that moves through this afternoon will be a little bit more nasty. It will have severe weather potential, especially along and south of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel. But by the time we get to about 7, 8 o'clock, most of those showers and storms will be well east of the area. All right. I've already gone a little bit longer than I wanted to. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Again, showers and storms expected between about 3 to 5 o'clock. SEC softball regionals at Bogle Park. That will be a little bit dicey. Tammy, Naturals, will they cancel tonight? What time's the game? Let me know what time the game is real quick, and I can let you know. Here's the thing. It's always so tough to pinpoint when exactly these storms are going to fire up, especially with a system like this, which is slowed down, speeds up, things like that. What time is the game tonight, Tammy, for the Naturals? I know softball gets going at about 4. I don't know if that's going to start on time. Will they be able to get the game in later on tonight? Probably. But again, it's just so dicey. Okay, they sing pregame at 6:30. It's going to be borderline, Tammy. It's going to be borderline because I do think the storms are going to form between about 2 to 4 o'clock. Will they be completely out of the area by then? I don't necessarily think so. At the same time, will they have a lot of thunder and lightning with them by 6:30? That could be out of the area by then. It could be rainy, though, at the least at the game. So I'll make sure you get the rain jackets packed, the umbrellas, and prepare for the potential for delays and possible cancellation. I don't think if the game starts at 7, I don't think they're going to cancel the game. It could get moved back a little bit, though, tonight. So, again, we'll watch it very closely in the Weather Lab here. Zach Gilday will be here later on this afternoon. I'm sure he'll have another Facebook Live update. But right now, at this time, Tammy, I do think the majority of the showers and storms are going to be moving through between 2 to 6 o'clock in Northwest Arkansas and hang around a little bit longer in the River Valley. All righty. I'm going to go ahead and head on out here. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Get outside and enjoy it. And God bless everybody. Have a great one.